So I have a bookmarked video that I want Justin to go to.
This one?
Yes, not that one.
Okay.
That one. So like, zoom it in. Don't press 2 yet. Okay,
Oh,
never
sorry.
mind. It's fine. Just I did worse, so I'm not gonna emotionally abuse you.
I mean, it's fine. How far?
That's exactly what an emotional abusee would say. I'm fine. Anyway,
make it
there-
bigger?
So let me preface this. So right now in Shanghai, in China, they're doing a very restrictive lockdown to the point where they're welding people's doors shut to prevent them from exiting their homes. And to the point where they have, I mean, you'd have to assume if someone welds your door shut, they're never going to open it again, especially when you're talking about 24 million other people in a city. Will they remember me? Or am I going to just die like this? So,
It's a safety hazard.
So this video, I you know what I'm gonna actually say? I would say viewer discretion advised because it's not gory, but it's very, I would say, haunting. So I zoom into the video as soon as it comes up.
这个是正常人的叫啊，完了终于200人，所有人都在叫，要命了！就刚刚5分钟前头，俺叫还没几个了，现在突然之间，所有人都叫了，要死！
So what do they do for food? If you're low on food,
I assume that's why they're
screaming.
yeah. So yeah, I didn't mean to overload the front of the video with super depressing stuff, but
I could fall asleep to that.
nice.
That was good.
I'm pretty sure that is similar to the sounds of hell, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
what's-
can fall asleep to the sounds
Okay.
of hell.
Sounds like
Low
a
key,
redneck
though.
thing to say.
Okay, but Loki, I was not joking.
Really?
Yeah, I could
Fall
I could easily fall asleep to that.
I couldn't. Is it the
It's a
guy's
white
voice or
sound.
something?
It's
No,
kinda like a white
it's
sound.
the screaming.
Yeah.
That just sounded so fucked up.
It did kind
Austin's
of
Cam Newton moment.
I can kind of agree. It does kind of sound peaceful if you don't think they're screaming. Like if you're falling
No.
asleep. Oh. Never mind. I was trying to help you, Austin.
I don't need no help.
So I'm hoping that this video.
I'm gonna thrive in
which
hell.
I know. No, you're not.
I don't know, man.
Hair, you're not gonna thrive worth shit. You got to be black to thrive. There's my Cam Newton moment. Anyway, I'm hoping that this video will not this one, but the one that we just showed about China will open up people's eyes a little bit more to what China is doing to their citizens. It's not a good thing, and I feel like we as Americans kind of close our eyes off to all the other things happening in the world, and sometimes I think showing this kind of stuff is beneficial. I understand it can be viewed as like propaganda, but I still think it's important. Yeah,
It's their
Got
way
him.
of, it's almost their way of protesting.
I
screaming
wouldn't.
like that.
I
But
wouldn't
I'm
even
not
say
sure if they're
that.
protesting or if they're actually in pain.
Yeah. So
Being told.
to those listening and not viewing, the video was depicting probably thousands of people locked inside their apartments due to the rise in COVID cases, and they're likely screaming because they're starving, and they probably lost all hope.
Eat each other.
Austin over here is like, I'm ready. Gas the Jews. Yeah. No.
Or just gas me so I can die.
Fucking retard.
Either one works for me.
Anyway. So, that's not the only thing that China's doing either. And the one question I wanted to ask is, do you think it's possible that this could happen in the United States?
No,
Why not?
because we have guns.
I mean, yeah, you pretty much answered that correctly. Well,
We can
for how
fire-
long, though?
We can fight our government.
I mean,
mean,
true.
Shit there would be, a civil war before that would happen.
I think so, too. And if everyone in that video that was wailing and screaming had guns,
Oh yeah.
Oh, you best believe it. It's not just screaming. It's a lot of gunfire too. It's not, but in like a good way, I would say, because it'd be protecting
See,
them. From that
technically, they're
tyranny.
not locked in their homes. They
Yeah,
can
they are.
smash through the walls.
Yes and no. The entrance to every single one of those buildings has officers that will arrest them.
Well,
And
that's
I
why
understand
you
if all of
bring
them
out the kitchen
rush
knives.
the door, then no. But
Well, if you like let out everybody throughout the building,
China literally disappears people. They disappeared a billionaire
them.
for a month.
make them go disappear.
It's not easy to do it alone if you don't have a gun.
I'll come over and help y'all.
Austin's gonna die, but
Mhm.
he died doing what he loves, listening to the scream and terror of other people, Chinese people specifically.
No, anyone will do.
Okay, Korean.
I was about to say something so fucked up.
I've been trying to hold back too a little bit.
Bro,
Why?
that was fucked up for me. I can't believe I thought that.
Later, tell us later.
My last question is there any hope for
No.
them?
Nope. Give up hope.
I think there is. I think there's a way they can get out of the country
Okay.
eventually. Maybe not right now.
All seriousness, yes. I think there is hope.
I think there's only two things that they can do, and both of them will likely end in their death. One, stand up to your government.
Mhm.
All of you at the same time. Some of you, in fact, I would say most, well, not most, but probably millions of you will die in the effort.
Mhm.
But you will be freeing people, including those in your family, those for the future. You'll be freeing them from the tyranny that you face. Second thing is leaving the country. Not very easy to do. I've listened to multiple defectors from China, and the only way that you can physically leave the country is if you lie under your teeth about why you want a passport to leave. The citizens of China are not granted a passport unless they give a valid reason for why they're leaving China. You could say, well, maybe you can cross the northern or southern border, but if you go to the south, those countries in the south would deport you back to China and you'll die. If you go to the north, they'll deport you to China and you'll die. So unless you can go
Is
east,
there any
unless you
stroke?
can go west, then maybe.
Is there anywhere else that this is happening?
As far as these lockdowns, Australia.
Well, that's been for months.
Well, yeah, and they also don't have guns, so
Well, those are also apartments. Those aren't homes. Those aren't.
that's worse.
Yes.
Yeah,
But at
you're
least
stuck with a little shit going. I'd be screaming. Yeah. Well, they don't have a gun, so it's more like.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I was more doing the slit the throat.
I don't even know if they have knives. To be honest, they just fucking choke them out.
I had not asked.
Xi Jinping
this yet.
can suck my dick, which
I
I,
have not
imagine is
asked
longer
this.
than his.
Okay.
What? What was that?
Nothing. Your mom?
No, I said fuck Xi Jinping,
Oh.
which is the president of China, and yes, he does.
Yeah.
in fact,
Fuck you, bitch.
He does, in fact, look like Winnie the Pooh.
So
Fuck
you're
you.
saying I can give him honey to distract him, and then
As long as you can get around all of his guards.
well, they'll be distracted by honey too,
Oh hell yeah!
because it's ginger honey.
Xi Jinping! Hiya! They literally have a Winnie the Pooh fucking. He looks so fucking dopey. Like really?
He doesn't look.
He's
like,
not the president of China. He's the
So
dictator
what's
of China.
what's
Let's
the
just specify
reasoning
that.
behind locking him in?
China has always been this way. They have a zero COVID policy in which
Yeah.
if they have a single case, they will lock down the entire.
So that's
fucking
what that
area.
is for.
Yeah, and they locked down 24 million people to prevent a semi-decently, somewhat not really all that deadly disease from spreading.
Communism, boys.
Yeah, it's only good for those who are at the top.